Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Sherry Dastelriba and I just finished a session with a client of mine in the Midwest. Some of you may know that I live in sunny Southern California, but I work with clients all over the globe, literally at this point. It's so exciting to me, through FaceTime or Skype. So I just had a session with someone in the Midwest and she was sharing that as she's out with family, if they're out for lunch or dinner or something, and she starts to tell a story, she was expressing herself with gestures and gesticulating, and how it becomes a movement experience for her to tell stories. And her family will kind of smile politely and, oh, there she goes again. And I couldn't help but also relate that back to our work, like, oh, here we go again. As kinesthetic people, as movers, as practitioners, it spills from our day-to-day practice into the rest of our life. And sometimes we get some weird looks, right? And that's okay with me. I'm game. And she said, yeah, well, my family, they don't really know that I've been working with you or doing all this in-depth study and physical practice, physical embodiment work. All they know is how much more relaxed, how much happier I am now than I've ever been. And that comment to me felt like the greatest compliment ever from a client. It's like the icing on the cake. Why I teach. It's not necessarily that I teach because I want you to know intellectually about your knee joint or how your spine works or what your heart rate should be when you're doing cardio and you're out on your bike or any number of these other things. Those are a means to the end of embodiment. So the means and the end, what's the skills, the tools, the strategies, and what's the end result that we're all going for? Most of us are probably doing a fitness practice, a yoga practice, a meditation practice, whatever it is, not always for the practice itself, although many of us are process oriented. Okay, I did my practice, it is what it is, great. But many people are performance-oriented as well. Like, what's the carrot that we dangle in front of ourselves? We see a research study about meditation and how it's going to help us be more empathetic, more compassionate, more focused. So we practice because we want that end result. So this idea of embodiment and, all the details of our work together, this particular client, we started with, how do I protect my spine? I've had some issues with my low back, with my cervical spine, with my discs. How do I practice in a way that's going to be safe and beneficial for me? We've also talked about rotator cuff health and helped her with reduce shoulder pain. We've helped her improve her cardiovascular health and create that habit of moving her body on a regular basis. Any number of things. Today we even did cellular respiration and navel radiation, very specific patterns from developmental movement and embryology. So a very somatic, quiet, sort of introspective practice today. And the theory is great, the understanding on an intellectual level is great, but her comment today, again, was the icing on the cake. It's like through all these different strategies and tools and skills and details of anatomy and all the different things that we've studied together, she now has that confirmation, not only subjectively how she feels, being more grounded, more calm, more able to handle life and its challenges, but she has that external confirmation as well from her family, from her peers, that all they know is I'm happier and more relaxed than I've ever been. So I invite you to reach out to me. I want to know what you're working on, especially if it's where you're stuck. If you're not sure how to practice, how to do this thing called fitness or health, I'm here. I'm here to support you, and I'm here to help you come up with a game plan that works for you. There's no investment to reach out. You can email me through sherrydastel.com. Just go to the contact page. You can reach out to me through Facebook or any of the other ways of getting in touch with me. And let's start a conversation. Let's get to know each other. Let's start a conversation around you, your body, your embodiment, and what you want from your practice. Whether you call it a fitness practice, a running practice, a yoga practice, a meditation practice, what do you want for your mind and body? And from those questions and desires, we can come up with a game plan. This particular client, she started, just as a summary, she started back in May. She booked maybe 3 or 4 sessions to get started specifically working with the spine. She then decided to enroll in my 4-month online immersion program for June, and she's renewed every term since. So this is one of the best examples of how I like to work with people is long-term, so that we can actually really see the fruits of the time and energy that we've put in working together. Embodiment can happen in the flash of an eye with practices like Franklin Method, imagery, etc. We can experience change very quickly, and yet also that lasting change and the lifestyle that supports that new embodiment, that change happens more over time. So the 4-month immersion, we're going to be enrolling again in May for a June start. So the next 4-month immersion term is June through September. I already have probably 2/3 of those spots filled because I know that many of the people in February or spring term are going to renew for June or summer term. So there's a few spots. Let me know what you have for questions and we'll get the ball rolling with a conversation. So thanks so much for listening. May you be relaxed and happy today in your body and mind and spirit. Namaste.